Hey guys, happy Saturday. Welcome to Venting with Us. Okay, let's get into it. So, as you guys saw, there was an episode last week. Oh my god, I gotta like fix my camera. There was an episode last week. I took it down because it was like crazy. We're still dealing with white. Oh my god. Let me tell you, it's been a hell of a week and a hell of a morning. So not only have I been doing my lives, right? Um, I literally like I was getting a lot of messages from a couple of people saying, oh, like it just looks bad. It's the lighting. It's probably new camera, whatever. I knew it wasn't the camera. I knew it was lighting because I can tell every time the lighting is crazy. So we have a new camera. So I hope the lighting is going to look good. It definitely does look better, but I kind of feel like I kind of feel like it's still the backdrop. I might have to throw some green in there. I don't know. So it's bothering me, but like we're learning and growing. So, at least this is going to look better. This light that I bought is supposed to be for filming, so I'm hoping that I really do think that we should do like more like green in the background, in the backdrop, like just a touch, right? Shimmy, 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 shimmy. So I was all upset. I had watched the footage. And mind you, I had a really good episode last week. For those that did see it, they were like, that was a really good one. It was like traumatizing. I'm like, I know. So now the next thing is the mic situation. I'm still dealing with mics. Listen, there's some things in life that you can't go cheap. You can go cheap on things, but then there's other things you can't go cheap on. And as you've seen, and then we've gone through different equipment on this show, so it's kind of fussing around and playing around to see which one's going to work. The lighting though is the one that's going to be the one that's going to beat me to death, because until I figure this out, I definitely um just know that it's the lighting. But you guys tell me, leave a comment, tell me whether or not if what you think of the lighting, if it's good, it's bad. We're all growing this show together. So in the midst of dealing with the lighting, which I can't look up because then I'm definitely gonna need an eye doctor appointment, which I was at the eye doctor's today, and I was really upset because Health First, which is okay. So what I I have been telling people this for the longest time. Insurances are going to shit. Okay. If you had United Healthcare, you were never like you're out of pocket, and what they were trying to do. It was just ridiculous. Health First is really not a great insurance. I know this. I've been doing medical billing for many, 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 many many years. And a lot of companies are now not using Health First because the premiums are just way too expensive. So I got insurance. I have Health First, but the Health First sucks. So I couldn't get my contacts. So now I gotta go on the hunt, and I hate having to go on the hunt. But we'll figure that out. So but with this light that's beaming on my eyes, and the in the instructions, it literally legit says, "Do not give eye contact." So I am so happy that I got the new camera, and it came in within 3 days. So I didn't have to wait that long. But it was a great week with the lives. Um I celebrated 4th of July yesterday. I went to go see my mom for a little bit, and then I came back home, did my cooking. I did not do my barbecue, okay? So now I have not short ribs, I'm sorry, baby back ribs that have been marinating for 2 days. So that's going to be on my to-do list for today to eat. Um, and I saw that Wendy's is now supplying, and I was at Walmart today and I went to Stop and Shop and I did not see these. I'm going to have to figure out where I can find this at just to try it. I just want to taste it. Um, it was Wendy's is now selling their bacon, and I forgot what else it was in the supermarkets. So you know me, I'm always kind of like I'm not a bacon person. I like Canadian bacon versus regular bacon. I just don't like the fat on it. But I have to find this bacon. Like I gotta taste what it tastes like, and I might have to just see. The only problem is because I like Canadian bacon, it's not gonna taste the same. But I may just get like a certain bacon just to see if there is a difference in taste. It was bacon, something else. What was it? Damn, I'm gonna have to find it. Um, so yeah, so I saw that, which is crazy. Because I don't know if you guys know, Wendy's also has their chili on the shelves now. So, and I don't care what anybody says, the chili was amazing. And I did a little like video on there. The bit now again, okay, like, and I bought this for my friend Bluey, and Bluey was like, I don't know, it needs a little flavor. I'm like, well, did you put some salt and pepper in it? And he was like, no, not really. I'm like, well, who eats food out of a can and doesn't add a little spice? Like, hello, you're Latin. We all love our little spice going on there, Louis. So, um, I got him like 3 cans of Wendy's chilies because I am like destined to convince him how good this chili is. And I don't like fast food. I'm not a fast food person. And Lord knows what would happen to my insides if I did try to eat fast food now. I would be in the bathroom forever. Like, what are you doing? Listen, I'm suffering. I ate fast food. I'm never going to be out of the bathroom. Like, I'll see you in 2090 something. I don't know, like how long this is going to last for me. But occasionally I do love a good like Chili's. I'm sorry. I like a good Wendy's Chili's. I do love McDonald's fries. Will eat like stuff like that and pick. Um, I have tried like the chicken McNuggets, and I've gotten sick off the chicken McNuggets, so I won't do that. It's like the fries. It's like the safe stuff. Which, by the way, now thinking about McDonald's, they have like the best strawberry and banana smoothies over there. Right after, I might have to like take a trip. Um, see what happens. And I've been craving like the weirdest crap like this whole week. I spent so much money at the freaking super. I spent almost $300 at the supermarket. I cannot believe this. Like the food is out of control. But anyway, it really is because I remember going into the supermarket and spending about like 150. And this is when like me and my grandmother were like living together. And my grandmother, I never like had my grandmother pay for anything. My grandmother only was responsible for her bills, which was she only had like 3 credit cards or whatever. So I was always like adamant, like you're not going to pay for anything in the house, just pay your bills off so that way you're not in debt, and then I'll take care of everything else, which I did. I paid the rent, I paid everything. So um where was I going with this story? Oh yes. So see what happens to me, guys? That's because I got distracted. I saw like mad cars. Like I don't know what's happening over here today. People are still celebrating 4th of July out here. That was yesterday. Today's a new day. Today's July 5th, people. But yeah, no. So and I remember like $150. That was good enough. And I mean, like we would split the months. Like 1 month it would be all groceries, and then the following month it would be like, the essentials, like, the laundry stuff, the paper towels, the cooler paper, all of that stuff. So we would do opposite. But now I kind of feel like I'm spending almost $300 getting shit for my money. I'm looking in my basket and no, like I said, we all know that I love my chips and I love all my shit, but like literally legit, I've been going into the supermarket and getting all the important stuff and seeing how much at the end where I'm at to see if I can sneak in a chip or not. This life is getting hot. You can't, once you cut me off chips, now there's a whole different Gemini in me. Like, you can take my water, you can take my Red Bull, you can take my Minute Maid, which by the way, I gotta go to the supermarket and buy Minute Maid too. You can take my Minute Maid, but if you take my chips, that's gonna be a whole different level of explanation that I am not gonna understand. And I know that I've been seeing it. I've been seeing all these Congress people. They don't like, and these women, I don't know their names specifically because I don't like politics. But every now and then when I'm scrolling through TikTok, I see these people fighting in Congress about chips. And I'm like, they're like, no, we should. And they were trying to bump up the money on the chips. Did you guys hear about this? Yeah. They don't really want fast food. I mean, not fast food. They don't want people eating snacks like that. And you are going to eat snacks, you have to eat healthy snacks. But here at the end of the day, though, if you want to eat healthy, healthy is very expensive. And I had this huge, not arguments, but a whole discussion with, I'll never forget, with uh Rocco Despirito, who is one of the best chefs out there, or one of the greats, who I had the honor of meeting a couple of times and speaking to. And and he was on a radio show, and I forgot what the radio show was, and I was able to speak to him because he was talking about how healthy it is. It's a lot more affordable to eat healthy than it is to eat the junk food. And I told him, I said, no, it's not. I can legit tell you, like, that's not correct. It's more expensive to try and eat healthy, especially the way you're trying to eat healthy. And I have his book and everything. He signed it for me and whatnot. And he gave me his recipe for a salsa that I was trying to do. So, and I still have the recipe, guys. It's amazing. I never thought that I could make salsa like that. So thank you, Rocco. But no, and I did try and buy the things that he had asked, and he was saying that they were affordable, and that shit was still expensive. I said, no, I could never live off of that. Now, if I was rich, yeah, okay, and wealthy, yeah, Whole Foods all the time. But you can't do that nowadays. Like, I'm telling you, I'm by myself and I'm spending almost $300. It's freaking expensive. So, um, I'm very excited about July. Not that it's my favorite month or anything crazy is happening. I do love July though, because a lot of the shows are coming back. I I know a lot of people were probably not TV people, but I have a whole list of all the new shows that are coming out. I have to say Poker Face on Peacock. If you guys don't know about it, this is the show with Natasha. I think the way you say the last. Why is I always mess up the last names? Leon. I love her. I can't say the last name, but I do love her. Natasha is easy to say, but I love her. I just love the fact that she loves working with people that you wouldn't think of. Like, she's just amazing. I loved her even in what was her show? And I wish they would, when they brought the show back, I wish they would have just done it better. What was the name of the show that she kept on just like reliving the same day over and over and over? I gotta find the name for it, guys. Because it wasn't one of the shows I was trying to come up with. But it's an amazing show. It really is an amazing show. The first season was great. The second season was kind of like, okay, this is so stupid. Little Russian Doll. There we go. So that for me was like, No good. But she came out with Poker Face. Poker Face is a comedy. So if you guys need a good laugh, this is a great show for you. Second season by far is the best. She's kind of like a truth teller. She is a truth teller. I shouldn't say kind of, because she can call bullshit if you're lying, and it's the most funniest thing. It's like, hey man, now I don't know what's going on, but it's a little early to be coming up with that bullshit. So it's so funny. So Poker Face, highly recommend. Season one, again, it was kind of building you up to what happened, what led her to A and B and C. I don't want to ruin it for people, but definitely top list. The second show that we have Valley Stream season 2 came out. It's actually almost ending, so if you guys can actually catch up with that. Jackson's a mess, and I'm sorry if there are Jax fans out there. But listen, a narcissist is always going to be a narcissist. I'm glad that Brittany is divorcing him. She filed for divorces. It's psycho when see, here's what doesn't make sense. He went to get himself therapy, but yet they let him out of the treatment and he went and uncovered all of the cameras just to spy on Brittany. Like, first of all, we're not together. Second of all, you doing all this camera stuff, that's a little crazy. And I'm just glad that now it's on show and it's recorded and people are seeing exactly your truth. The problem is too is that Jax doesn't have his reality check either. In his mind, it's like things happen only in his version. Like, no, it's like, okay, when you think you're singing, for instance, or you're in your car, in the bathroom, or in your house, or whatever, and you're singing, you're like in your mind, you think you sound like Whitney Houston or whatever who it is you're listening to. But then if you were to record yourself and actually look back on that, you could be like, you would realize that no, you wouldn't even get to pass like karaoke Whitney Houston because you sound that bad. Like, so Jax, yeah, he really, I think Brittany needs to kind of do what, who was it? And I loved it. She would do mediation and she'd be like, nope, talk to the lawyers and that's it. Like the communication. I love that. It was, I'm sorry. Um, oh my God, she does Love Island now. I forgot her name. Okay, well, she's the host in Love Island now. So, and she's best friends with Katie. I can't remember her name right now. I'm terrible. So, but I would recommend watch The Valley. It's a great show. The other, if you like Bravo and Junk shows, I am excited about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I am excited for Real Housewives of Orange County this year because we're getting 2 new housewives. Beverly Hills, we're getting Rachel Zoe, which everybody knows I have been dreaming forever as I flick my microphone for this moment because I love Rachel Zoe. I have loved Rachel Zoe forever. And I actually was more aware of Rachel Zoe when she had her show, the Rachel Zoe Project on Bravo. And I was kind of sad how it ended. So hopefully now we get a little sneak peek into her world and what's happening. And, I just love her and Roger's relationship. And I think this will be perfect. The only thing that I'm kind of confused is that on her show, when they were trying to make it family, she didn't want any a part of that. And with Beverly Hills, you're kind of peeking into that world. So maybe it's the right timing. Who knows? Sometimes it's not the right timing and it doesn't work out. And maybe this is the right timing and we'll get it. Um, the Housewives of Orange County were getting Gretchen back. I don't know how I feel about Gretchen. I really don't know how I feel about Gretchen coming back. I was never like a real like Gretchen fan. Um, and here's a question that I could put out there. Who out of all of the franchises, who is your favorite? And who would you like to see come back? That's a good one. I would love to see Joe come back. I always love Joe. I think she's so gorgeous. Oh my God. I hate girls that don't have to wear makeup that are just naturally beautiful like that. But I would love to see Joe come back. I think she would be amazing. If they can do that. Yeah, why not? Right? A Southern Charm or over, so there's none of that. We have Wicked Tuna coming back for the boys. If you love fishing and Scandal, well, there you go. We got Marciano coming back and being crazy as usual. Now I do know Marciano. He honestly, he's not as like what you see on TV, and we do have these conversations every now and then on Twitter, and it's the funniest thing. So yeah, but beautiful family. I love his family. I love his daughter. They're just an amazing bunch right there. So you have Wicked Tuner coming back, which will be coming in the next 2 weeks. And then, guys, we also have Ice Road Truckers is coming back, or it's back on. I'm not too much of a fan of that one, but I did see the season premiere start for that. And in 2 weeks, which you guys know, which is my favorite, I live, die, eat, breathe, drink, sleep for Ugliest Catch. I am so glad some of our favorites are coming this season. You everybody knows that I love Mouse, so I'm hoping we'll see Mouse more this season. Though you were mean to your brother last season, and he went to the hospital and everything and almost died. Guys, you got to get along. So we got Ugliest Catch, which is I'm telling you, and I know most people were like, Ugliest Catch, like why would I want to watch anything about fishing or anything? It's not even so much like it's not even so much that. So Ugliest Catch is really about them catching, and keeping afloat with what they're catching, but it's like in Alaska. It's really dangerous. Like you see people like get hurt, and some of these people have died on the show. Like you actually see it. They've caught it on camera. It's the craziest thing. I am full blown addicted. Let's also talk about Love Islands, or AKA Herpy Islands, that's going on this year. I have to say that this I actually I put myself into to be casted onto Love Island and onto Vanderpump Villa. I submitted my application over to them, and I am so glad I did not get picked for Love Island, because it's been Herpy City Island for a minute now. Like every episode, I'm skeeving. I'm like, I see all the marks. I see all of like the sores. It's just too much. And I don't know how these girls are still kissing these guys. Seeing all of this, I'm like, no, you're gonna get herpes. God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. No, don't do it. Yes. Just take a peek. You can even like go on TikTok and see little snippets of it. It's disgusting. So I am glad that I was not chosen to go on Love Island. Now, Vanderpump Villa, which is over. The second season sucked. I'm sorry. Sorry, Lisa. And I love a good Lisa Vanderpump. I'm kind of curious on how they're going to continue the Vanderpump show, which is going to be coming soon. without the original cast. So that's going to be interesting how they can flip this. This doesn't always work when they try and switch up the whole entire cast. It sometimes doesn't work. It's happened on the real world where, even though it's in a different location, it just sometimes does not click. So we'll see what happens with that. We also have on Netflix, we have Dan Dan, Dan Dan, Dan Dan. So if you are into animes, we got Dan Dan and it's come back. And if you guys don't know what Dan Dan is, talk to anybody that loves animes. This is the craziest thing. Note to self, can I tell you what I've been hooked on, which is the craziest thing? Okay, Polly Pocket. I have no idea how I went down this rabbit hole, but all of a sudden now, like I was so invested, like deets. Like I had to figure out, like, why does she only have the purple crystal? Why was she the only one that could shrink people? Why was it that Layla and her like why are they friends? How do they meet? Like I was going down deep, guys, and now like it's even playing right now as we're filming the show because I can still hear the Polly Pocket in the background. So, yeah. I don't know what's happening to me. Like, I'm not trying to like sleep at the hotel or anything because I don't know if you guys know there is an actual hotel for Polly Pocket. Like, she's not invested in that deep, which does not make sense either because if she's Polly Pocket, like on the cartoon, her house is not like that. Where the hell did we get this house from? Do you see why I have to be invested into this? Crazy. All right, guys, we are getting close. So I hope that we also have Squid Games that just came back on Netflix. So if you guys were invested, the first half of Squid Games for this season was kind of like it was a little bored, but the way they finished it, guys, I was not only angry, but I was like I almost had a tear. But it was so good. It was so good. So you have Squid Games up there, popping up. You have John Wick the Ballerina on Max on Prime. If you want to rent it, buy it. It is out. You can watch. You don't even have to see. This is why I love when they do this. I can be in the comfort, eating my own snacks, drinking my own drink, and just watching the movie, and I'm happy. So you see, what else? What else? We also got Jurassic Park. We got Final Destination, where you can also watch it. I would highly recommend you to recap all the Final Destination movies if you're going to go down that rabbit hole. Next week, guys. Next week is so, so, so important. And this is going to be the first episode that I'm diving in deep. We are going to be speaking about Valeria Marquez. Valeria Marquez, for those that are not aware who she was a famous Mexican influencer on TikTok, who was always on live. She really gravitated to her people. Um, Unfortunately, she was murdered on live. So a lot of people in the world actually got to see this assassination on live. So we are going to talk about it. I have a major bombshell in the case of who the potential killer was, and it is not who you think, guys. It is closer to home than what you can even imagine. So we are going to go deep into that. And I hope you guys check me out next week. If you have any questions or anything, please leave any comments in the comment section, and I will see you next week. Again, Valeria Marquez, the Mexican Tejano influencer who was shot on live. So that's what we have. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. And thank you for tune in and giving me that love and support Monday through Friday on the lives at 2:00. Every Saturdays is the podcast. And again, Valeria Marquez next week, Saturday. See you guys.